I probably should have made this a live, but I promised myself that I was gonna record my thoughts from what I had earlier today, and then my day got away from me. That right there was awkward silence. So my thought from earlier this morning was this: silence and find our fake innocence is a superpower. I've always have a lot to say. I'm never good at traditional meditation. I can't be quiet. My mind goes a mile a minute, even in my sleep. And even in my signature on my text messages at the end of it says that I'm always multitasking or herding cats or sometimes both. And that's the truth. However, I do know um, from years of experience and I'm a nerd, so I read everything that silence is strategic and it's a superpower. Being silent in a conversation is strategic because humans hate silence. You want to have something to fill that void. So if you're silent while you're talking to someone else, they feel compelled to just start talking to fill that space. So you can learn a lot about someone. You can learn their secrets. They'll start saying stuff that they didn't intend to say just because you were quiet and they had to fill that space. So silence is very strategic. But I was looking at it more this morning on a spiritual level. I had turned off the radio in my car. I was driving to my 10 o'clock appointment and it was quiet for a second. And I thought, ooh, this is awkward. And I went to go see if I could turn on my radio again because I forgot why I turned it off. But maybe I should turn it back on. Maybe I should get something on my phone. I listen to my Audible books while I'm driving, or I watch a YouTube video, have it playing and going through the Bluetooth while I'm driving. Yes, I pay attention to the road. No, I'm not watching the video, but I'm listening and I'm constantly learning, reading, thinking, doing. But this morning I thought about it. I was like, silence is spiritually strategic because when I got quiet and I was alone with my thoughts and it was just me driving, I realized that I was actually giving God the opportunity to speak. And I was getting the opportunity to hear clearly what my next steps was or where this the UPS guy. And so I was able to, I mean, I had just prayed this morning, Lord, thank you for all the blessings and the new opportunities and the doors that open. And today is August 8th. With if anybody knows me, you know that is the day of new beginnings. And that it has a significant it's played a significant role in my life over the last few years. And we won't get into that. But 8 is the number of new beginnings. So today's August 8th and I got a lot of good stuff going. But Lord, I don't want to take a step if it is not you. And Proverbs 3, 4, and 5 talks about that if I seek him, if I ask him that he'll direct my path, he'll tell me what my next steps are. And I asked for, Lord, what's my next steps? What am I doing? Am I doing what you told me to do? Will this end like I think it'll end, which will allow me to bless so many and share your good news and let other people see how you have blessed me and the miracles and all of that. And so I thought about it. I was like, there's a reason, they always say there's a reason that you have two ears and one mouth because you're supposed to be listening twice as much as what you're speaking. And so when I got quiet, I realized that the solution that I had been praying for, I never stopped after my prayer. I never sat still long enough to hear what the answer was. So my message to you before I go on date night, because it's Friday, UPS guy finally let my husband in the driveway, um, is that you need to shut up. It doesn't sound nice, so quiet, but really shut up. Shut up, sit still, be quiet. Just be. Just be. Be willing to listen. And he says that his sheep will know his voice and they won't follow anything else. So when it hits and it's not him talking to you, if it's you and you decided you were gonna fill in the space, you'll know. If it, is something that's not of God being whispered in your spirit, you will know. But you gotta shut up, sit down, and be silent for a minute. So sorry it comes off harsh. I don't like being told shut up, but shut up. And because being quiet, I promise you, you will be blessed. And the last thing that I would say is this, and that's probably my next video. Anyone who knows me knows that I talk about vote obedience. So when he tells you what you're supposed to do, when you find out what those next steps are, my challenge to you is vote obedience. There are many times when I almost missed the mark. I was supposed to bless somebody, say something to them, go this way instead of that way. And I thought, nah, and did it my own way. Or I fought with God and said, I don't want to talk to that person. Why do I got to pray for them? Do I have to do it that way? Those are the moments that you miss out. So after you get quiet and you get your next steps, my challenge to you is to have vote obedience. So shut up, be still, and then do what he told you to do. And watch, you'll be blessed. Have a good one.